Hello guys, this is Research Analysis Ryan, and today I would like to tell you about the shoes. How important is the shoes? First of all, the most important advice I would like to give you is sports shoes which you bring to French Foreign Legion. They're gonna give you everything new, but you can take your shoes. They have one thing which they leave with you is your sports shoes. The people who do not have good shoes have to buy a new shoes once they are selected. So the cost of the shoes are like 100 euros minimum. So the Essex which you can buy in like 60-70 euros in the market, you have to buy in the Legion, French Foreign Legion. So it's better that you should have your own shoes from before in which you practice really well. So in the entire process, you're gonna have that shoes. Okay? In French Foreign Legion, the shoes which you are in comfortable, the best shoes is good for the heels, and you're gonna pass your training. Okay, you're gonna run in that, you're gonna jump into the river in that, you're gonna run on the river side, or you're gonna run in the dirty places in that sports shoes. Once you are into the combat regiment, you have to wear the big black shoes, the 3 kg shoes. It's 3 kilo shoes weight. For the Kepi March, they give you brown shoes, okay, which is pretty light and very comfortable. So this was the advice for the shoes. It is one of the most important thing. Bring shoes which you are in comfortable with. Bring one sports shoes. Also, the another thing is once you are selected in French Foreign Legion, they're gonna provide you with the whole uniform package. Okay, it works like 3,000, more than 3,000 euros. Shoes. There are three kinds of shoes. It's like 1,000 euro shoes, and it's really good quality and really good ones, which France give you as a gratuite. It's a free thing. It gives you free accommodation, it gives you free food, it gives you the whole uniform, the combat and the sports gear. You get each and everything there, even the razor, brush and Colgate. They just say you that bring your basic things, but still you do not have dentifrice, toothpaste, toothbrush, if you do not have underwear, you don't need to worry, they're gonna provide you. But still, I recommend you is you must obey the orders and do as per the French Foreign Legion policy. If you bring your staff, you will look genuine guy, like, okay, this guy is listening to the orders. It sounds like, okay, he is obeying what he said. Once I selected, they bring you to measure your body. Once they measure your body, they're going to provide you with all the combat gears and sport gears and shoes with your size. With your particular size, they're going to provide you your stuff. Some people have good height, some people are smaller, some people have small feet. So it all depends on the sizes. Don't make the mistake which I made by taking a small shoes. Okay? The process there is very fast. The corporal gonna take your measurement and they're gonna provide you shoes, but they will ask you if this shoes is okay. They will give you rangers, they will give you a desert shoes, they will give you a formal shoes. Okay, so what concerns most is about the Kepi March, the shoes which you're gonna wear in the Kepi March, that is brown one, the desert shoes. Now in the desert shoes, they're gonna let you check your size. Okay, so this size is fixed, you can't change afterwards. So you have to be really obedient and really particular. If you feel any pain in your thumb or your fingers or your heel, try to tell it immediately. Afterwards there is no rule, nothing can be done. I made a wrong selection of shoes. I said yes, the shoes is good, but the shoes was small. In the Kepi March, the small shoes pressed my toenail inside. It was pushing my toenail inside, and at last I lost 6 nails. I was operated after the farm training in the French Foreign Legion in Castel Notary. At some point I couldn't bear the pain and I had to go to the infirmary, where the guy, all the nails were attached in some ways. It was not completely removed, but it gets displaced from the original area and it becomes white in color. So once you feel it's becoming white and it's a lot of pain, and the nails are bit displaced from the normal position, that means you will lose that nail. And to remove that pain, it is important to throw that nail. It's like rotten teeth. Okay, rotten teeth is always, it's important to remove. You have to go to the dentist. But with the toenail, if it's getting broken, I mean, it's immediately you must talk to your supervisor, you must talk to the surgeon and fix a meeting in the infirmary and try to remove it out. The selection of smaller shoes is bad for the nail, and the selection of bigger shoes is worse too. The bigger shoes will create a lot of friction. No matter you try to wear two kind of socks, there will be friction. There will be a lot of sponginess and water in your boots, your own perspiration. Of course, they give you powder for putting on your feet, but I used to put on my feet all the powders and everything, but still at some point, 60-kilometer march, it doesn't work. In 10-15 kilometers it starts getting wet. Once it gets wet, it mixes up with the blood, because your skin start losing blood. There's a lot of blessé, your skin comes out, and then it stinks like rotten. So the choice of the bigger shoes is worst as well. Try to get your shoes best ones. Take a little extra time. They won't force you at this moment. They will give you extra time to understand whether the shoes is good or not. Don't make mistakes. It's a guide from me. For me, somewhere it was shit feeling. When you lose your nail and you don't understand what's happening, and then you see your nails and it's getting displaced from that area. Not even one nail. It's like 6 of them. So it's hard. The smaller ones, and the bigger one is the worst. The thumbnail. If it's get displaced, that is creating the most pain. It's the most painful. The people who have experienced this, I'm sure, the people with the army experience will understand what I'm saying. The people who have been doing a lot of walks in their life, they will understand what I'm saying. Okay guys, I will give you a lot of information, very true ones, very genuine ones, and I'll be giving good information for you for getting selected in the French Foreign Legion. I get a lot of mails, a lot of people write me, and because of this channel there are a lot of people who have got selected in French Foreign Legion. Soon we're gonna receive some mails. I received few mails from the families whose son has been in the Legion, So the family is contacting me saying that my son has never returned. It's been like 2 months. So I'm like, I'm sure of that, because the guy practiced what I said. So definitely it's not bad at all. I'm sure they were the serious candidates, and I'm sure the French Foreign Legion HR finds a lot of competition these days. They might have thought that there are a lot of trained guys coming, and it's better that people come with training. It's better. It's a bit competition finally, but I recommend everyone to get the knowledge and go, rather than just showing up at the gates and just doing 4 pull-ups, 7 look leisure, 50% average psychometric. It doesn't stand in the competition. If you need any information, I'm here to give you. So guys, if anyone wants the information, you can contact me. Salut, bye bye, take care.